Hello Disney lovers and welcome to our world of Disney. Today I'm going to be sharing everything that's inside of our Disney baby diaper bag and sharing everything that we pack for our baby for a full day at any of the 4 Disney parks, not including the water park of course. So Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, or Animal Kingdom. Everything in this bag will have us set up for a full day inside of the parks without taking any breaks. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it, and if at any point you see anything in this video that you are finding to be helpful or you are enjoying it, I hope that you would give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel to grow and I truly appreciate it. And if you are new here, my name is Heaven and my family of 4, myself, my husband CJ, our 5-year-old little prince named Noah, and our 6-month-old little princess named Nevaeh, we travel to Disney World and we take you guys along with us, sharing anything that we think is helpful, all of the tips, tricks, and hacks for traveling to Disney World with the family, especially with your little ones. So I would love for you to join our Disney loving family by hitting that subscription button. But let's go ahead and get into today's diaper bag. So the diaper bag that I'm going to be using for today's video is the Petunia Pickle Bottom baby diaper bag. This is the Method one, I believe. Yeah, we've had this one since the little one was still inside of the belly, and thus far it has done us pretty well. I love this diaper bag, and I even carry this diaper bag outside of the parks. I also carry it just when we go to pretty much anywhere. So yeah, I love this. This is the Method diaper bag. Ton of pockets, but this is not a diaper bag review, so let's just go ahead and get into what's inside of it. So let's start with what's in the outside pockets here. So of course you're always going to need some hand sanitizer. So I like to have the one that you can kind of just like clip on the outside of your bag for like easy access. But we also take some wet ones, which are the hand wipes, the antibacterial hand wipes. And then we also take a little small first aid kit. So this is smaller than the one that we keep inside of our like resort room. This one just has 15 quick items like bandages and alcohol wipes. You know, just the little things that you would need, because Disney World also has like the health centers or the first aid centers. So this is just what you would need like maybe immediately, and then if you need anything more you can always go to the first aid care center. So that's in the front pocket. And before we open up, I'm also going to show you guys this here mom cozy baby wrap. So if you are traveling with a baby that still likes to be worn, definitely carry your baby wrap, because it's going to come in so helpful so that you can still have your hands free. We went when my baby was just 3 months and she really loved to be worn, and it was super helpful. In fact, most of the time she just slept inside of here. But you can get on the rides with this. It's going to be great for if you're dining out and everything. So carry your favorite baby wrap. For me, this was the most comfortable one with the mesh material. It's light color, but because it has like the mesh material, it's pretty much like kind of see-through and airy, and it has like the little holes in it so that your little one, you know, can have that breathability factor to it. But this is like the sling part that goes on the outside, and it also has like a little pocket on there. And the best part about this pocket is you can slip like a little burp cloth in there. You can also slip their little pacifier in there, anything extra that you might want to have. But this little part that wraps around the carrier, you can also double it as a nursing cover. So that's another reason why I really love the mom cozy one, because it's thin and airy for not just like baby carrying, but also for nursing as well. So this is just the part that goes on the outside of the carrier. The actual carrier is in here. So very comfortable. The best part is it's stretchy, so lots of room for flexibility, and it pretty much just grows with your baby if you get the adjustable one. Highly recommend the mom cozy baby wrap or baby carrier for going to Disney World. On the day that you're going to the parks, obviously you're going to pack them in the cute little, you know, Disney themed outfit or whatever. So whatever outfit they're going to be wearing, you're definitely going to want to make sure you also have a bib for them, like this little Winnie the Pooh themed bib that I got from Ross to match, because that's going to help keep their clothes nice and tidy and clean. But also inside of this bag is a thin little receiving blanket. I packed 2, so I have a thin one here, really thin, kind of stretchy and see-through. You can use this one as a nursing cover, but then you can also just use it to just cuddle them up inside of if you are putting them down for a nap. But then I also have a thicker one here, and this one is going to keep them warm if it gets a little bit chilly, like in the later parts of the day, or if you're going inside a restaurant and it's kind of cold, because that tends to happen sometimes. It's so hot outside that they have the air conditioner up so high inside of the restaurants. So for that reason, I highly recommend you carry like a little blanket, receiving blanket for your little one, and then add whatever type of toy they like to have. For like little babies where they're not necessarily in the toy stage, they're still gonna want something just to look at sometimes, something really pretty, but go for anything like really soft for the babies. This bag was packed for my almost 4 month old, so this is the stuff that we packed for her. Obviously you are going to tailor it according to the actual age of your baby, but definitely have their favorite stuffy or their favorite toy packed as well. Now let's get into all the things that you're going to need for weather, because I feel like this is extremely important. So for one, do not forget to pack your baby's sunscreen, because you're going to need to apply it multiple times throughout the day. If it's a really hot day or if you're in the sun a lot, you can definitely put this on them before you leave the resort. But I like to keep it in the diaper bag. One, because if you forget to pack it or if you forget to apply it at the resort, it's okay that you forgot at the resort because it's in the diaper bag, which means you can stop and just put it on them while you're at the parks. But also if you need to reapply it, you have it. So find a really small one like this. This is the Copperstone Pure and Simple 100% mineral sun protection with cocoa butter, and it is SPF 50 and water resistant for 80 minutes. So definitely a tiny little sunscreen is going to be beneficial, as well as a sun hat. Bonus points if you can find one that is Disney themed. This is actually one that came with like some little Minnie Mouse like water shoes, but on the inside it has like a mesh material. It also has a strap, which is good so that it doesn't fall off of their head, especially when you get on the Dumbo ride. But yeah, definitely a sun hat is necessary. But even though that one is really cute, this was also my favorite one for her. It has the adjustable strap at the bottom, also like a really soft like muslin material. Also has that really cool moisture absorbent material on the inside, and it's stretchy as well. Super adorable. This was her favorite sun hat, and this is the one that we preferred for her. It's a lot more soft than this one here. This one is probably best for swimwear. So definitely have a sun hat. Now, if it's going to be a little bit in the cooler months, then you're definitely going to want to carry a hat like this one that's not a sun hat, but will keep their little ears and the top of their heads warm. So definitely go with a warm hat for if it's a little bit colder in the nighttime, or if it's a little bit of a colder season that you're traveling. And if your little one is old enough to wear sunglasses, you can get these basically just mostly for the adorableness of it. But also my 3-month-old was not a huge fan of the sun being in her eyes and in her face. Unfortunately, the glasses were still a tad bit big for her, but now at 6 months she can fit these. And we actually got these ones from one of the stores when we were at, I think, Epcot. They just say Disney Princess on it with like a little tiara crown at the top. Super cute, and this is definitely going to be beneficial if you had a baby, maybe like I said 6 months old, that can fit these, that does not like the sun being in their eyes like my baby. So now let's talk clothing items. So aside from the really cute adorable dress that they have, you're going to want to pack some comfy options. One, in case they have a spill, in case any of the things that they spit up on their clothes, a ton of things can happen, so you want to have extra clothing items. So I tend to choose like a few different type of layers and like different options. It's going to be ideal for the babies, especially depending on what time of the year you're going. So if it's going to be like during the hotter months, definitely pack like a sleeveless onesie like this, where they can just wear the onesie by itself, no sleeves. Put some sunscreen on their legs, some sunscreen on their arms and things like that. But an extra little onesie is what you're going to need. But you may also pack an extra long sleeve onesie in case it gets a little bit cooler in the night. So a short sleeve or sleeveless onesie, as well as a long sleeve onesie, so that you have both options. And then you can pack either a little pair of pants, or you can pack a little pair of shorts, just in case you want to cover up their little thighs. So a couple of options, I say, is going to be your friend. And then I also like to keep one outfit inside of there for every night that it might get cold that I don't take out, and that's this one here. This is just a cute little Disney baby Bambi and Lion King, Aristocats. It has all of the Disney baby like animals, Dalmatians and everything on it. But this is basically just a little footed onesie. It's going to be super comfortable, easy to put them in, easy to use at diaper change because it snaps from the bottom on up. And it's going to be comfy for nighttime if you're getting dinner inside of a restaurant, or if it gets a little bit cooler and you don't want them to have on like multiple pieces, like a shirt as well as a pants as well as a receiving blanket, just this one little onesie alone will keep them warm but also be nice and comfy for them. So this is the one thing that I never take out unless we use it of the diaper bag, because you never know when you're just going to need like long sleeve and long pants at the end of the night to keep them warm. So this is going to be whatever extra themed outfit I like for them to have for that day. If it was Hollywood Studios, this probably wouldn't be the one. Well, maybe, because they have many there. But if it was an Animal Kingdom day, I would probably pack something themed to Animal Kingdom to be their second spare outfit with short sleeve, long sleeves, and bottoms. This one is the one thing that would basically stay in there the entire time. Now let's talk feeding basics. So extra bib, these are going to be beneficial for feeding. It's also going to be beneficial for like teething, where they might be like in a teething stage where they want to chew on things or drool on everything. You definitely don't want them chewing on something they shouldn't be chewing on. You don't want them messing up their clothes by drooling, so they can just chew on the bib if they need something to chew on. But it also, you know, I also recommend you pack like a teething toy for that reason. But bibs are also going to keep your clothing, you know, nice and clean and dry. Dry is important because we don't want any like neck and chest rashes or anything, especially like with that summer heat. So a couple of extra bibs just in case they soil the previous ones during feeding. If you are a breastfeeding or nursing mom, make sure you protect your letdown. These are the disposable shields, and those are the best way to go for me personally. And you're also going to want to pack a couple of burp cloth as well. I typically pack 2 of them in addition to the one that's going to be like really close and handy nearby that I have next to her like when we go. So there's one that I typically keep like somewhere in the stroller, and then there's 2 extra ones that I like to pack if we're going to be there for an entire day, because these are another thing that not only might get soiled, but if they spit up, then one whole cloth could be soiled. But also in case you drop it or set it down on like a ride or anything, it can be really germy in the park. So you just want to make sure you have a few different options. You do not want to be stuck using the same burp cloth the entire day if it's rubbed up against all of the Disney surfaces. Trust me, you just don't want to. So have a couple of them for that reason. And then if you are a nursing mama, make sure you also have a nice, comfy, and lightweight, stretchy nursing cover. I like this one a lot better than the one that straps over you because it doesn't go anywhere. It's not going to fall off of you. It's not going to blow with the wind, and you can move your arms and stuff. And if your little one is at that stage where they like to move their arms while they're nursing and all of that stuff, you don't have to worry about being shown to the world, because this one is the one that you just put over your head, and it just stays on you. And then I also have a black one, because the black one is going to cover you a little bit better if you're outside nursing in the sun, as opposed to something like light colored might be a little bit see-through. That just depends on how you feel about it. So I like to carry both, or just the black one. The black one just might be a little bit hot in the heat, so that's why I like to carry both. I also carry a little pair of socks just because you never know, like I think the socks are really great for one, if their toes are like in the sun. If you're in a line with your stroller and the sun is just on their feet, and you don't want to like cover them with a blanket, and maybe that sun visor is only covering the top half of them, cover their feet with the socks so that they do not get sunburned. Also, if it's cooler parts of the night, you can put a hat on them, but the feet is another part of the body that tends to get cold first, so you're going to want to cover up their feet. So I carry socks no matter the season to Disney World as well. So another thing to have. Next, let's get into diapering. So for diapering, one, you can just carry the changing table cover that comes with your diaper bag, because that's going to be helpful, of course. But I also really like this one here. This is the Munchkin portable changing cover. You can basically hang this one right on the side of your stroller, and instead of having to grab your whole diaper bag when you're going to change your little one, you can just grab this one here. It hangs, and it also like has like a little button there where you can attach it to the stroller. But basically this doubles. You can use this on like an outdoor table or a bench or anything because it has a little cushioned pillow on the inside here. This part here is cushioned, so it's like a pillow. So basically you can lay your baby out on this part, so you can put a few diapers in here, not too many because then it's just going to be super bulky. So hang this one with like 2 diapers in it, and then keep a few extra diapers inside the diaper bag, and then keep some wipes in here as well as a few extra wipes or another pack of wipes like inside of like a stroller pocket or anything, because wipes, you never know. Wipes, you can use it for everything, but I really love this one here because it's a perfect grab and go portable changing mat that you can use in the parks, at the airport, in the restaurant, and it gives you a surface to change them anywhere. Even though I definitely prefer like the baby care center is nice and comfy, you can wash your hands when you're done, but if you just need a quick little place to change your little ones, you're going to want to have a little bit of cushion for the head or whatever. All of that is inside of here. Also inside of here, I think you need to make sure you of course have hand sanitizer, and then you also want to have like a sprayable diaper rash cream, especially in that heat. I recommend this one instead of the one that you have to use to apply with your hands, because again, if you're inside of the parks and you're not in the baby care center, you might not be able to quickly wash your hands after changing your little one. So it's best to just have the spray one so that you can use a hand sanitizer when you're done. But you're also going to want to have some disposable diaper baggies so that you can dispose of your diapers. And then next, if your little one takes 2 pacifiers, make sure you have plenty pacifiers, because that's another thing that can just rub up against your outside clothes, and we're getting on rides and sitting in seats, and our clothes are probably a little bit germy, so you don't want your little one's pacifier rubbing up against your clothing all day and then you keep using that like if you have them clipped to you. So I have a couple of the clips, and then I also have a couple of extra pacifiers covered in this little case. But also I want to show you guys, you can also get these pacifier covers. So basically this one covers up a little bit of the part that goes on your little one's like mouth, but it also goes and covers the part that goes inside of their mouth. And it basically has like these little latches on the side, and it goes inside of the little hose basically so that you can cover up your little one's pacifiers. So grab their favorite pacifiers and make sure you have a few covers for them as well to try and keep them clean. I like these little covers that go on the actual pacifier nipple itself, and then that way if you are kind of just clipping it to their clothes, you don't have to worry about the part that goes into their mouth getting dirty. If you do not have any of these, another thing you could quickly use for that reason are like the baby hand mittens that they use for maybe like the first month that you bring them home and then you have no purpose for them. The little hand mittens with the scrunch on them are perfect for that reason as well. You can quickly put your pacifier in there and still clip it into them and take it off when they're not using, when they're ready to use it. But have a bunch of pacifiers if your little one takes pacifiers, and that's what calms and soothes them, because you want to make sure that they're going to be comfortable in the parks, but you don't want them, getting sick because, they have so many germs around the parks. So I carry so many pacifiers inside of the diaper bag, so carry as many as you think you're gonna need, because if you drop it, I do not recommend for using it in the parks. But I do have these pacifier wipes. Even if you don't drop the pacifier and teether wipes are still good to have, because as mentioned, sometimes it rubs up against your clothes, or even just being out in the air, they might attract some sort of dust or debris. You just never know. So if it drops on the ground or the floor, I just would say throw it away. But occasionally, even if it doesn't fall, I still recommend cleaning them and wiping them down. You can also use the pacifier wipes to wipe down any of like their toys that they like to play with, their bottles and cups and things like that, just occasionally if they haven't fallen, not if they fall. And then I also like to keep a small little washcloth, because just in case the messes get very messy, you just never know. You have like a little washcloth to be able to wash their face with, their hands and things like that, when sometimes maybe the wipes just aren't doing the job. You never know when you're gonna need a quick little washcloth to wipe down your baby's hands and things like that. So those are the things that I typically like to carry inside of my baby's diaper bag when going to Disney World. There are a few extra things that we put on the stroller, such as like the toy clips that helps keep things like their stuffies, their toys, their bottles and things like that attached to the stroller without falling, as well as blanket clips that helps you to be able to clip like your blankets and things like that onto the stroller without it falling off and things like that. So different things that you're going to want to have on your stroller. So definitely check out my last stroller setup if you haven't seen it, and then I'll make sure to do another stroller setup for you guys in the next few weeks. In fact, I'm going to do a few multiple stroller setups using a few different strollers, because we've had so many different strollers at this point. We have the Disney baby stroller, the even flow stroller, the Graco stroller, the double stroller, an umbrella stroller. I think it's worth reviewing all the different types of strollers and then just showing you guys a few different setups you can use to make those strollers a bit more efficient for you inside of the parks. So definitely subscribe to my channel and be on the lookout for that one. For now, I hope that you guys enjoyed this what's in my baby's diaper bag video. Tailor it to the age of your little one and you know what works best for you and your family. But basically, these are just some of those necessities that I want to make sure that you just don't forget, because it's easy for us to forget. I know that a lot of this was themed towards nursing moms, but if you are a mom who typically needs to carry bottles, make sure you have a few extra nipples for your bottles, or bottles necessary that you're going to need. A little baby cooler to keep them cold. You can also carry like the Tommy Tippy stainless steel portable bottle warmer and go inside of the baby care center and use it to fill it up with hot water to be able to quickly and easily melt your either your breast milk or to warm up your formula. You know, just make sure you do whatever you need to do to make things a little bit easier for you. And if your little one's on solids, that's something else to consider. So I'll do another one of these videos in the next coming months. We're going to be taking our little one to Disney World when she's 9 months old, at which then she's probably going to need a cup. We're going to need like a few pouches of homemade fruits and veggie purees for her and things like that. So I'm excited to share all of the helpful tips and information and do a whole another what's in my baby's diaper bag for that stage, as well as a what's in my toddler's park bag, things that we take for him, including like toilet seat covers, little activities to keep him busy when we have long ways, all of the things. So subscribe to my channel if you are a Disney loving family. You often travel to Disney World, especially if you have little ones as well, because I am super excited to share all of the helpful tips and information with you guys, and I would love to have you here. But that's going to be all for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.